You were born in 1998 in a gray apartment block in a big city. Concrete walls, cracked paint, the smell of damp, cigarettes, and cheap detergent in the stairwell. Your father left when you were 5. Your mother is an accountant in a small company. Always tired, always counting someone else's money. You learn early. Money is everything. At school, you're quiet, not because you're shy, but because you're watching. Who has what? Who wears what? Who goes on vacation? Who stays behind? At 14, you stop watching cartoons. You watch success, charts, candles, men in suits talking about millions. They make more in a day than your mother makes in a year. You decide that will be you. 17. Exams, university, finance, economics. It doesn't matter. It's a ticket. You're not the smartest, but you're persistent. You don't ask questions. You look for angles. Where are the internships? Where are the connections? Where is the money? 19. You get into a brokerage firm, unpaid. Your job is to call. 100 calls a day, constant rejection, maybe one chance. You introduce yourself, and they hang up. Again and again. Your voice breaks. Your pride disappears within a week. Only the goal remains. At 20, you get your first client, an old man with $500. It feels like $1 million. A month later, he loses half. You tell him the market is volatile. It's not a lie, but it's not the full truth. You learn not how to trade, but how to sell. Fear, greed, hope. You sell dreams. At 22, you're no longer an intern. You're a broker. Suit, credit-bought watch, new phone. You speak fast, confident, without pauses. You push decisions. You don't give people time to think. Every trade gives you a percentage. Every loss is not your problem. You repeat that to yourself every day. By 25, you're good. 10, maybe 15 clients, some with real money. You live better than ever. City apartment, restaurants, trips, alcohol on weekends, and sometimes weekdays. You get used to money. It stops surprising you and starts controlling you. When the market goes up, you earn. When it goes down, you earn on panic. Direction doesn't matter. Movement does. At 27, you move to a more aggressive firm. Different rules. The client is a resource. Their money is volume. Their emotions are tools. You learn pressure. If they hesitate, you push. If they're afraid, you use it. If they doubt, you close the deal. You become better and colder. A client loses $80,000 and calls you at night asking what to do. You tell him to add more. He deposits again. You take the commission. A month later, his account is almost zero. He stops calling. You don't ask. That's the job. At 30, you're at your peak. Real money. You buy a car, not a cheap one. You rent a high-rise apartment. You look at the city from above and think you made it. But you're not free. You're dependent. On the market, on deals, on calls, on adrenaline. Without it, there's nothing. At 32, the market crashes hard. Phones don't stop ringing. People panic, asking what to do. You sound confident. You always sound confident, even when you don't know. Some lose everything. Some blame you. Some threaten you. You change your number, change your firm, and keep going, because there's no way back. At 35, you're tired, but you can't stop. The money is still there. The meaning isn't. You wake up with charts. You fall asleep with charts. You don't remember silence. At 40, a new generation appears. Young, fast, ruthless, just like you were. They pass you. You're still there, but no longer on top. Mistakes begin. Doubt appears. Fear follows. At 45, you take one big risk. The market turns against you. The loss is huge. You try to recover, go even deeper, and lose more. You know how it ends, but you don't stop. because you never did. At 50, you're not poor, but not rich either. Money came fast and left faster. You stare at the charts, the same lines, the same noise. You realize you never controlled it. It controlled you. At 55, you're out. The market moves without you. The world got faster, you didn't. Your phone is silent. No clients, no calls. You're not needed anymore. You look at old reports, numbers, trades, names you don't remember, and you ask yourself if it was worth it. There is no answer. Myth: brokers control the market. Reality: the market controls them. Myth: brokers always win. Reality: they earn while the game lasts. Myth: it's freedom. Reality: it's addiction. Myth: money solves everything. Reality: it only delays the question. You lived in numbers, in charts, in other people's money. You were the middleman between hope and loss, between fear and greed. You are a broker, and this was your entire life.